forgot the number of this assignment. Oh, there it's on there.
There's a fly.
I know. At least it's not a cockroach.
Or a wasp.
All right, it is May 22nd, and this is the competency-based assessment for module 4.4. And for this one, we've already done a lot of Edtech talks. So it's like technology that you use
Oh, yeah.
in education. So I had to do a review of 4 different resources like this. So like at a glance, review it, list the pros and cons, and then the implications in the classroom. So I did 2 that I've never used myself, but that I've observed, like in Miss Reynolds' class, Nearpod. It's like you basically upload your slides and you can, like, kids log in to the platform and like they vote on things and like you can see their response with their name. So basically it makes sure everyone is participating. You can also, like, you could create a lesson for a small group of kids that's different so that you can differentiate.
That's cool.
The problem is that if you don't have the paid, most of these, if you don't have the paid subscription, you're gonna have to like do a lot of work on your own. But that one's pretty cool. One that we use in here and that Miss Todd used a lot was Epic.
Yeah.
You've seen that. It's basically an online library. My own kids use it. And I think that's good for reading and just getting kids interested. Because, I don't know, I feel like some of our kids, they just want to be on a screen and they feel like it's a game if it's on a screen.
Yeah.
Of course, Canva. We've talked about that many times. And then ChatGPT. That one I haven't finished writing it, but that's the one where you can level texts and you can analyze the readability of a text and it'll tell you like what grade level it's on. I can see myself using that a ton.
Yeah.
My stomach's about to growl. The one that on Canva that we can talk about is we have only been using it for ourselves, like to do presentations, but last week we had one of our students, we actually taught her how to use it. And she's one that, like, if you gave her a piece of paper and told her to write something, it would take her all day. And she would have behaviors.
She would rip the paper up.
Yeah. But this, she like ran with it.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like if she had to write it, it's just weird. Like, if she had to write it, it would be this big deal, but because she was able to use her computer, it was like, oh, okay.
Which is like
so crazy to
part
me.
of that's one of the parts of universal design for learning is giving students alternative means to pause. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, what were we talking about? Canva, yeah. So like having multiple means of expression. So giving kids a different way they can show you what they know.
Yeah, that's good. While you were talking, I was just thinking, I can't think of the app right now, but like when I've been working with OT, a lot of the kids that we have can't really write well, and she's been saying having them start typing.
Yeah, typing.com.
Yeah, and no, not typing.com, but like actually like literally like getting into a Google Doc and like typing their answers out. And then there's also another app, I'd have to look it up, but if you take a picture of whatever worksheet you're doing, it'll upload to that app, and then you can either type on it or they can write on the iPad with it. So they can answer their questions instead of pen and paper.
Really cool.
It'd be like electronic, but like they can still work on handwriting or they can just type in their answers.
Yeah, and they're getting their ideas out there.
Yeah.
The other one I feel like I saw OT teaching it was a speech to text. But that one, it was the student that was working on it has a little bit of speech difficulty, like articulation. So the software was having trouble picking up.
Yeah.
But it said that the software does eventually learn accents and.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
But you have and the other problem with that was that the student was having to repeat the same sentence 3 times. So that does kind of halt your flow of ideas. Yeah. But I'm sure that technology will improve at some point. I feel like this year we have really brought a lot of technology into the classroom. And then I see a lot in the classroom that I'd never used before. When tutoring was all paper, and like I think they're missing out on using some of this stuff. So
I mean, it engages these kids as much as it annoys me that they're on the computer. It's like they really do learn.
Yeah. The last tech tool we'll talk about is the iReady. So that's one thing that at the beginning of the school year, they take a diagnostic assessment and it identifies their gaps in reading or math, and then they can just get on it as they have free time and practice.
Yeah.
And that was cool because you could see how much they grew over the year. I feel like all of our kids grew.
Yeah.
They showed.
And they actually like sit there and do it.
Yeah,
like, that's the only time
games.
it's quiet.
Yeah, so that was something cool to see, and that's something I think a lot of the schools use. But anyways, that was it for that one.
Yay.
Last one from this classroom.
Happy last day of school.
Yeah.